Jesse brought up a name I was thinking about earlier during the commercial. I was like, hold on, let's bring it here.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about Brandon Ingram. You brought up Mikal Bridges. You're big on Cam Johnson. Out on Kyle Kuzma?
No, not at all. I just don't think he's attainable, and I don't. I don't.
Why?
Well, number one, because in the we'd have to check it. Does he have a no trade clause,
Kyle Kuzma?
or do they just work
I don't think
No, I
together?
think that's just Bradley Beal, the only one in the league that
Well,
has that.
I'm only saying because or do they just work together? Because last year during the deadline, isn't that when he came out and he was like, "Yeah, no, I'm trying to stay here. Like I ain't trying to go nowhere. Like I'm not trying to get traded or nothing
Yeah,
like
I think
that."
he was just talking.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I'm more.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean,
he
he's
was
just
just talking.
being vague. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Washington, I'm trying to like, yeah,
Because he
trade
was
just didn't work
probably
out.
because he and I don't know. I'm not trying to speak for Kyle Kuzma, but I think he was being asked about it leading into the trade deadline and coming out of the trade deadline. Those are tough things to navigate. I think he was just saying, "No, I'm fine here." But meaning it's on Washington. Like if I'm traded, it's because Washington wants to trade me.
Gotcha. I
That's
see.
yeah,
Okay.
that's the perception you want.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he gets booed the last 30 games of the season, and it's like now it's like get me the hell out of here. Which I honestly think Kuzma's probably indifferent.
Yeah, I think he actually wants to stay. I don't think he'd leave kicking and screaming. Like if he went somewhere, he'd be like, "All right, I'll go." Like indifference, like you just said. But I believe him when he said he wants to stay in Washington.
I believe him
the
too.
Wizards.
Yeah, but
if I'm Washington, I got this second pick in the draft. I'm not sure. I mean, because we hear it all the time, like, "Oh, this draft isn't that great" or whatever. So I don't know if they're going to try and build around whoever they pick, but whoever you take it to, like, I'm not sure. I guess Kyle Kuzma, the guy, like, to help develop that guy, like, just to kind of take your team where you want him to go eventually. I mean, maybe you trade a guy like Kyle
no,
Kuzma.
Jordan Poole is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You probably just have to blow it up with those two or whatever. But like, you trade Kyle Kuzma 4 picks or whatever, so you could build around that second pick. Kind of just start that rebuild.
You got to build around something, though. And can you build around whoever the second pick of this draft is?
I know you can't build around Kyle Kuzma.
Okay. All right. Well, get the laugh button ready. I don't like the fact that you already started laughing.
I don't know what you're saying, but why are we laughing at Kyle Kuzma?
We're not.
Oh.
You laugh at, can you build around Jordan Poole?
That'll put butts in the seats.
Do we have that?
Should.
I don't think we have that. Was that Kenny's?
No,
that has to be on the board.
I think we've heard it before. I think.
Yeah.
It's somewhere on there.
Honestly, you can't. I know you can't build around Kuzma or Poole. I don't know about the second pick, but I know.
Yeah, and that's the killer too with this draft. Even though there's a little pushback I have for people talking about this draft, like another report came out, like it's this awful draft and all this other stuff. Like, all right, settle down. I feel like I've heard that at least every other year for the last 8 years. Like,
is it because
there'll be some good NBA players in this draft?
Is it because we don't know the players as well? Aren't some of the top picks overseas guys?
Yeah, but I don't think anybody right now is projected to be some type of superstar.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably make the argument. I don't know if any of these guys right now are being projected to be all-stars. Not one of them. Like, this guy's going to be an all-star in his career. I think like Rob Dillingham, who I really like, who's super skilled, super skilled, that's the truth, is being comped to Malik Monk.
Okay.
You know, and maybe you look at him as like a better version of Malik Monk or whatever, but not an all-star, right? Like just a really, really good ball player on your team. And he's like in the top 5. So I like I said, I don't think anybody's being projected as being an all-star, and that's fine. I understand that. But there's definitely going to be some good ball players in this draft. But that's the cold part about this though, Jesse, is you might not want to build with Kyle Kuzma, but do you want to build with anybody in this draft?
I mean, you trade. I was going to say you trade Kuzma and Poole. Like you're probably going to be worse. You're on the top of the draft, but you're already that as it is. So,
like, I don't think anybody. I don't think anybody in this draft is going to be as good as Kyle Kuzma, or better than Kyle Kuzma, I should say.
Yeah, I think I'm just kind of banking on Wizards going on full-on tank mode. Like you take the second pick of the draft, maybe you don't build around him, but you trade Kuzma and Poole just so you only win about 10 games next season.
And there's a strategy for that because next year's draft class is supposed to be the exact opposite of this year. Like you're supposed to have some franchise guys in there.
The lottery was yesterday. Grain of salt for now until the foreseeable future. Hoops Hype report, and it looks like it is credited to Hoops Hype. It wasn't something that was pulled from the Post or anything like that. The Washington Wizards, I'm gonna get that right. I got it. The Washington Wizards hold the number 2 and 26 picks in the first round, and will look to acquire another first round pick in this draft.
Hoops Hype listening to the show. Credit me, Hoops Hype.
Jesse's cooking.
Might I interest you in the number 13 pick? Y'all trying to get back in the draft, trying to get back into the first round. Then you have 2, 13, and 26.
Oh man, hey, look.
And your payroll is kicking it.
Let me.
Kuzma doesn't have a great contract.
You know when he rubs his beard.
We're cooking.
Oh, yeah.
Warm it up.
Yeah, you get the beard rub. It's about to go down. Hang on.
I just want to ask the question. That's what we're doing out here. We just
asking
because we just talking, what we're doing. Right?
We're about to trade Keegan Murray for Jordan Poole right now.
Oh my God.
Like, what do you got?
Oh my God.
If you knew Malik wasn't coming back, would you inquire about Jordan Poole?
Like Jordan Poole and Keegan or and Kyle Kuzma, or just Jordan Poole himself?
Just Jordan Poole. A separate deal.
If Malik,
separate type
deal.
Yeah,
I'm not. That's not crazy. Absolutely.
Would you
if Malik's not here, absolutely.
Would you do the number 13 pick?
No.
I don't. I think I'd rather.
No.
Just asking the question.
No, I think I'd rather go for Kuzma with that pick than Jordan Poole.
Honestly, I'm kind of scared of Jordan Poole.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
I think
in what regard?
I don't know how much of a fit he'd be here. I don't know. Like Malik fits a role and he's just kind of like a leader and stuff like that on this team. Like
Jordan's not that.
I'm not saying like Jordan Poole's gonna be that, but just more so like I don't even know if it's gonna fit. Like I don't know. Jordan Poole is he's a guy with warts to me, and he might have a lot of them.
Well, Casey says they all got warts.
I wouldn't do it for 13. I'd probably just draft the player. Plus, I'm still trying to keep that asset, right? Like I'm still trying to see if I can take that 13 pick and turn that into Brandon Ingram and everything, right? But in a separate deal, if you found out you were losing Malik Monk, I wouldn't close the door. I'd have a conversation about bringing Jordan Poole in.
Yeah, I don't hate that at all. Jordan Poole has 3 years left on his contract. Tell me if this changes your mind. 29.6, 31.8, 34. That's Jordan.
The contract might do it.
What website are you on right now?
Spot Track?
All right, Spot Track's trying to charge me to look at Jordan Poole's contract right now. Hold on. Yeah, wow. That's what I was wondering.
Wow.
I got his contract pulled up. It's like, oh yeah, subscribe to find out more about his contract details.
Don't do that.
It must periodically. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I get that notice too. Click on the career earnings button or the career earnings tab, and it'll show you the remaining years. Yeah, no, Spot Track coming for our money too.
Yeah, Spot Track, relax.
They found out pocket watching was the hottest game in Northern California. And they're like, oh, we want in on this.
They hate.
Guess we're not renewing that lease. Real GM, come talk.
The second hottest game might be where has Ben at? Is in the Chatty House, brought to you by Matthews Mattress. Ben says, I'm cool off of Ingram. I just don't see him as a winner or a needle mover. If he wasn't always hurt, then that would be different. Not that far away today.
Well, the beauty about that remark from Ben is that could have been at like 12:05 or it could have been 2 minutes ago. I mean, the conversation still is Sacramento and Brandon Ingram and different moves that you can make. Let's get Kamara in here, man. He's been waiting patiently, and he charges by the hour. 916-909-1320. Kamara Williams, attorney at law. What's up, man?
What's going on, man? $4.75 an hour to be exact.
Okay. All right, calm down there.
Ooh, that boy talking big money talking.
Yeah.
And he doesn't prorate it either. If he talks for 2 minutes, which is impossible. Yeah. But if he talks for 2 minutes, you paying the full hour.
Exactly. You know, you pay for an apartment, you don't pay for half the day. You pay for the entire month.
That's it.
You know. So first of all, I just want to start off by saying the number 1 and number 3 song in the country was both songs that Kenny said was trash and mid. So we don't have to get back into.
Don't do that. When did I say Euphoria was trash?
We don't have to revisit history. I just want to make sure.
So we just lying like everybody else now too. We just lying. Everybody just gonna lie. When did I say Euphoria was trash?
I think Euphoria grew on you. I don't think you called it trash.
I said it was. I thought it was like a warning shot. That's the first thing I said. And then I listened again. I was like, that ain't no warning shot.
Yeah. You said that ain't. Yeah, we don't have to do all that. You did call Not Like Us trash.
I did. I'll run that back a little bit. It's not trash.
All right. Listen. What y'all think about the text message I sent you regarding DeMar DeRozan?
Yeah, but DeMar, we haven't brought that one up on the stream or on the show. This is a live radio show. We haven't brought the DeMar DeRozan up. We were talking about Ingram and some of the other ones. DeRozan's refresh my memory, Kamar. DeRozan's
34, I think.
Free, right? Like his contract expired or he's going into the last year.
I think he's a free agent. Yeah.
He's free agent. Yeah. Would you? I mean, he can still cook. DeRozan can still cook. I mean, if you're the Sacramento, would you say, all right, we're going to go for Brandon Ingram, and we're going to try to see what the market looks like for DeRozan? What do you think would the market for a 34-year-old? He's a Hall of Famer, by the way. I think DeRozan is a Hall of Famer. I think he's like number 25 in scoring, top 25 in scoring all time as far as points, which is crazy. But would you have Sacramento go after that, a 34-year-old guard?
So the killer. Oh, go ahead. Dan.
No, well, sorry, I didn't mean it. I'm really just thinking, is that do you do that if Malik's not back, right? You don't do both.
Well, yeah, even if Malik,
because I don't know where
I don't know. That's the whole thing. That's why I think we're on the same page.
The money
is. I don't think you have the money to go out and get a free agent to calculate the Rose.
And Kamara was asking like, what's this value across the league? I don't think it's anything that Sacramento has.
I don't think it's
like it's not sky high.
14 million.
Yeah, I don't think it's that.
20 something.
Yeah, he will.
Does he even fit here? A guy can knock down a 3.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. He's again, it's the Malik thing though. He can create a shot. It's less likely to be a 3,
right?
But he can create a shot, and you'll need that if Malik isn't here.